Okay.
Well, talk about working with Spike Lee, and in particular, you get your own "I'm on the dolly" shot that's in every one of his movies.
Did you hear about that? Did you read that I actually said you have to do that with me?
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, no, that's the truth. That's the truth. There was one small dolly shot where I'm on the dolly. But I love those shots, and I understand it's like a Spike Lee staple and all that. But I told him that's one thing you have to do because that's something that it's like working with Woody Allen. It's like I want to work with Woody Allen because it's Woody Allen. I want to work with Spike because, he's Spike and he does that shot. So we did one of those shots. But I love Spike, man. I've known him for a long time, and we've been looking to do something together for quite a long time. And this seemed tonally the right thing to do. Kind of both go insane together, which we did.
Well, how would you sort of characterize the collaboration that you guys had? Because obviously this is not something that maybe he self-generated, but it is something that obviously he poured so much of himself stylistically and thematically.
Yeah, and then also when you appreciate somebody as much as I appreciate Spike and other people that I've worked with in the last 7 or 8 years, you really. The collaboration becomes easier than you would think. You think the better the filmmaker, then the tougher it is, and the more controlling they are. When it's quite the opposite. There's a mutual appreciation and respect. So we kind of are allowed to go to that next place where you can really embarrass yourself, and hopefully something golden will come out of it. So there was a lot of embarrassment, and there was a lot of experimental stuff that we got into. With him, it was like, what do we want to do in this situation? I don't know. You've been in prison for 12 years. I'm going to put an 11-minute mag on the camera, and you just go. I'll turn on a certain type of music and see what that inspires. And if you want to do it naked, if you want to do it, what about a mouse? Let's do something with a mouse. Okay, let's bring a mouse in. Let's do that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it becomes very experimental, which I appreciate very much, which can also turn out very bad, but hopefully it didn't in this one.
Well, I know, a couple of the things that you have coming up are Inherent Vice and Sin City 2, both by directors who are very stylized in their approach to filmmaking. Mm-hmm. How does that sort of stylization, whether it's in those specific films or this one or just in general, how does that affect your preparation as a character and in terms of, because, for example, in this movie, there is such a degree of theatricality, say, to Sharlto's character. I mean, are you just focusing on, the very plainly realistic sort of rhythms of your character, or do you have to play it up? Do you have to exaggerate it a little bit to suit that visual style?
You're always trying to keep, it's a great question. I mean, you're always trying to keep the big picture in mind. I think one of the greatest compliments I ever got was from the Coens, and they said, what's great about Josh is he keeps the whole movie in mind, and it's literally the best compliment I ever could have gotten, because it's not just you. It's not just like, watch me go, watch me do my thing. And I don't like working with actors that are like that anyway, because it becomes very isolating. It becomes, a bubble. And you do have to keep it in mind, even if it's not going in the direction that you foresaw it, going. So Sharlto being what he was, and it's like, okay, how do I bring something that's not so contrasted? Or maybe the more contrasted we go, the more effective it is, in the movie. You don't know, and you're hoping, and you make a decision, and you go with it. You watch the movie, and you go, please let it work, But yeah, you always try to keep the big picture in mind, and talk to Spike about it. And we get together after work at night and say, where are we and how are we doing? And Mark Protasevich and all those guys.
Gotcha. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.